This is the True Who here, bringing you my first review of the DPMS Oracle Panther. It is a great gun. It's a beautiful weapon. It is shot flawlessly. I've put about 4,000 rounds through it, not one stovepipe, not one failure to feed, not one jam, no situations in which it did not shoot the round. I do use nice ammunition. I haven't used any steel-cased bullets, only brass, but definitely do keep my gun oiled and cleaned every 500 to 1,000 rounds, depending on how I shoot it. If I do a lot of mag dumps, obviously I'm going to clean it even sooner. Other than that, let's jump right into this review. As for the barrel, this is an M4 configuration, by the way. So M4 configurations come with 16-inch barrels. This is the stock 16-inch barrel with an A2 flash hider. It's got the 4140 chrome moly steel inside, so it's chrome lined with 6 grooves and a right-handed 1/9 twist. It is chambered to 5.56, and it can also shoot 223. Now, you guys need to know that 223 doesn't always mean that the rifle can handle a 5.56 round. 223s are the civilian version of the ammunition, and they are only 55 grains. So if a rifle is only made to shoot 223s, do not put a 5.56 through it, or it will destroy the rifle. Make sure it is made to shoot a 5.56 before you do so, because it has about, instead of 55 grains, 72 to 76, I believe, depending on the type of ammunition you get. So other than that, I'm just going to go over the gun and review it as is before I go into everything I've put onto it. It has a 8620 steel bolt carrier, which is heat treated, and it is mil spec. Phosphate steel and heat treated mil spec bolt. It didn't come with any sights on it, obviously, and it weighs 6.3 pounds. Extended, it is 36 3/8 inches and 32.5 inches. And the upper receiver is the A3 style flat top. It does have the Picatinny rail that comes with it. It is 7075 T6 aircraft aluminum alloy, which almost all guns are made of. Well, at least M4, M16s are. It is hard coated with the mil-spec Teflon coat. Does have a dust cover right here. Let's see if you can see this better. Dust cover right here. It is a functioning dust cover, and it has a forward assist right here. And let's see. Also, on the lower receiver, we have the same alloy. It has the stock trigger guard on it, and the stock this is actually their Pride and Joy DPMS's Pardis carbine stock. It is there is 6 different configurations of length within this, and the second configuration is my favorite. Of course, that is just personal preference. Oh yeah, and I forgot to safety check this gun for you. It is loaded with a 30-round mag, and now when I say loaded, it's loaded with 30 rounds in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. So let's go ahead and eject the magazine and do a ejection test. So that's 3 times, nothing ejected. I can go ahead and pull this bolt back, lock it in place, and you can look down the barrel. Completely empty. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyways. So, gun has been safety checked, and I have explained everything that comes with the gun. It does have a functioning bolt locking mechanism on this side right here, if you look at it closely. Right there, and it also has the safe and fire. It is semi-automatic because it is a civilian gun. Now, if you don't know what the bolt lock does, it locks the bolt back in place so that you can put another magazine and immediately hit it and load another round. Now this actually automatically does this when you have fired your last round out of the magazine, so you can just hit this button right here. Obviously that just loaded one round into the chamber and it pushed the bolt forward. The forward assist, I have to say, a lot of people have said this has become pointless because nobody uses it, yada yada. Let me go ahead and safety this gun before showing you the rest of it. So ejected the round. Anyways, like I was saying, a lot of people say the forward assist is pointless these days because nobody uses it. I honestly have never used it either, but it is there if you want it, and it does have the dust cover that comes with it. I know some of the DPMSs don't have the dust cover, but the Oracle does. DPMS ORACLE Panther. It is a really nice gun, like I said. So now let's get into what I have done to the gun. As for purchasing price of this weapon, I paid $6.99 for it, $700, and I actually got it on a doorbuster deal at Sportsman's warehouse. So I actually got this free Yankee Hill quad rail with it. It is a free floating quad rail, which means that it is completely free floating. The D-ring has been removed, and it just rides off the gas block there, or the gas pipe there. It isn't one of those fake pin into the D-ring quad rails. It is a real free floating quad rail. This front is a recessed, or it's a recessed gas block. It isn't like the normal M4 configuration that has the triangle with it. So to get into the accessories I have with this, we have the M-Bus Magpul M-Bus iron sights, which you just push the flip up. I love them because once you flip them down, they're barely you can barely see them. They don't get in the way, and you want them, need them, bam, you push that button and up they pop. The back one does have a windage adjustment on this side, and it has two settings for looking through, the small and the big. And I barely use the small, but it's good to have a smaller hole to peep through if you need to use iron sights for long range shots. Other than that, I do have a scope up here. It is a UAG, sorry, red green reflex sight with 4 different reticles. It has 6 brightness settings. That's 3 red and 3 green. Obviously the brightest is usually what I use, but the lower light settings are good for seeing the laser when you're painting a target. So the lower light settings allow you to see the red lasers that I have installed on here on the bottom. As you can see, it's glowing. But that does also have a green dot function so that you can see the red laser. So the brightness setting is kind of pointless to me. I only use the brightest setting anyways. So the reticles, there's 4 different ones. There is a dot, crosshairs, circle with crosshairs in it, and a circle with a dot in it. I like the crosshairs and I like the dot. Those are the two ones I use the most. The circle with the crosshairs is pretty useful as well. Anyways, I like this sight. It does pretty well. It stayed zeroed in throughout the 4,000 rounds of shooting I've done through this weapon, and it has really held its own. The first one I got, the elevation was all screwed up, so I got it replaced, and the replacement has been working flawlessly since. Other than that, if we move down here, we have this obviously glowing laser and flashlight combo. It's an XP6-E 200. The 200 stands for 200 lumens. This is a flat for the flashlight. If you do your research, you'll know 200 lumens is very, very bright. Standard LEDs come at about 500 to or 50 to 100 lumens. This is a 200 lumen, so you can see everything in the dark. You can even see everything in the bright daylight, like that it's shining on. But in the dark, it just lights up everything. So It's a great flashlight, and it's very tactical. It's tiny, and it fits perfectly on this gun. It's probably my favorite accessory out of everything. The laser is a 50 nm, and if you've done your research on that, and its output is 5 megawatts. It's a very, very strong laser. You can it paints a target up to 300 yards, and I've verified that with a scope that have a different scope that magnified. I could see the laser dot at 300 yards accurately. Now the thing you need to know about the laser is whatever accuracy you set it to, it's going to stay at. So since it's not line of sight with the barrel, if you set it zeroed in to 75 meters, it's going to be accurate at that position. Anything closer, it's going to drop down. So the elevation is not always going to be right on, but the windage is. So you're going to know where your bullet goes windage wise, left, right, to those of you folks who don't speak gun. But your up down is not going to be always correct unless it's at where you zeroed it into. Anyways, the flashlight is very bright. It has 4 settings: off, completely off, laser with flashlight, just flashlight, and a laser. Has an on-off switch back here, which I use. It also has a hole for a pressure switch on the other side, which I don't use because it's so close to the foregrip, the on-off button is, that there's no use for it. But it's nice to have. So it did come with the accessory, so I mean, if I ever want to use a pressure switch, I can. So other than that, behind it we have the Tippmann X7 tactical foregrip bipod. It does flip up like this into a foregrip. So bam, there you go, you have your foregrip. Or you know, if you want it to be a bipod, you just hit this button right here, and bam, out pops your bipod, and you're good to go. Set it down, and you can do your aiming and take your time. Now, other than that, I have UTG quad rail covers, well, rail covers, not quad rail covers, and like I said, everything else is stock on it. Other than that, there's not much else to add to this video. If you have any other questions or comments, please leave them on there. Like this video, view my other videos on my channel. I do have quite a bit of other videos if you want to view them. But this is my first review, so tell me if I missed anything. If you want links to any of the parts, I bought most of them online. I can shoot them to you. Just leave me a comment or whatever, and I will get a hold of you. Like I said, YouTubers, you guys have a good one. Oh yes, I almost forgot to mention. It did come with this plastic case right here, which is pretty nice. It's just your standard plastic case. It flips in. It's got 4 locking mechanisms right here, and it opens up, and there's styrofoam interior. So nothing too fancy, but it's pretty good for coming with the gun. I mean, you're paying like $700 for a gun, so what's a case? Anyways, I did actually purchase this separately and get this because it has 5 mag pouches, a middle holster, and a velcroed pocket that holds all my targets and accessories. And it does lock. If you need to put a locking mechanism on it, it can, because it has these things on the ends of them, and it does have obviously a sling so you can carry it. Other than that, keep this video short and sweet. Peace out to all of you YouTubers out there. You all stay safe and have fun, alright? Peace out.